Hello everyone, my name is Lori Bradner and I'm with the Florida Aviation Network. We are celebrating 45 years of Sun and Fun here at the Aerospace Center for Excellence at Lakeland Linter International Airport. And I won the lotto today, because today I get to speak to one of the most inspiring young women I've ever met, Caroline, correct? Caroline Dougherty. Caroline, welcome to the Florida Aviation Network. This is fantastic. And you are with the Dougherty Airshows.
Yes.
Awesome. Now, I have a question for you, because I always start with this. I'm so interested. What got you into flying? Why aviation?
Yeah. So that was basically all my dad. If it weren't for him, I don't know if I would be where I am today in my aviation career.
Okay.
But I grew up on a small airfield in Pennsylvania. It's on a grass strip. And
where in Pennsylvania?
In Bethel.
Oh, it's beautiful there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay,
yeah.
So you were born there.
Yes, I was.
And you grew up there. Okay.
Yeah, my bedroom window actually overlooks the grass strip. So I remember when I was growing up, I'd hear an airplane. So I'd jump out of bed and look out the window and see who it was. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, your dad was a pilot.
Yeah.
Before you were born. So you grew up in a family. Now, does mom fly as well?
She does not.
She does not, just
No.
daddy.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. Now, talk to me a little bit. So where did you go? Were you flying with your dad before you could walk, or how did this happen?
See, when I was 2, I went for my first ride. We have a Cessna 195.
Okay.
So he took me flying in the 195, and I can't remember any of it, but my parents said that I liked it. So after that, I guess I just got the aviation bug. And then as I was growing up, he would just take me flying in the Cub, and he'd let me take the controls in the front seat, and I just fell in love. And then when I was 14, when I decided to officially start taking flight lessons.
Okay.
And of course, my dad was my flight instructor as well. So that was a great experience.
That's
to learn
awesome.
To fly.
How many people get to say that? Now, when did you complete your license? Because one thing with the Central Florida Aerospace Academy here, we always tell the students, you can actually get your private license before you get your driver's license.
You can. That wasn't the case for me, but it was really shortly after.
Okay, and I believe it's a glider, right? You correct me. I think it's a glider license. But anyway, you'll have to correct me. I'll have to double check my facts. But anyway, all right, so how old were you when you actually got your license?
I was 17.
You were 17.
Yeah.
Okay, but I understand that I noticed in your notes, then I know there's a story here. Mm-hmm. You had a very spectacular, sweet 16th birthday. Would you tell our viewers of the Florida Aviation Network and those viewers listening, would you please tell us that fabulous story?
I would love to.
Yay.
So let's see. When I was 14, I started logging flight time, and I flew a lot of tail draggers, like a Champ and a E2 Cub. So I learned to fly in tail draggers. And then we thought, well, this would be really cool. What if we had a 16-year-old girl solo in a 100-year-old airplane on her 16th birthday? And lucky for us, with the museum that's operating out of our airport there, the Curtiss Jenny, it's a 1917 Curtiss Jenny, was among the collection. So we thought, well, wouldn't it be cool if I could solo the Curtiss Jenny on my 16th birthday?
Because the Curtiss Jenny would have been 100 years old.
Yes.
And so so you actually soloed?
I did, on my birthday.
That is spectacular.
Yeah.
From your airfield. Now, where is the museum? Is it located? Tell our viewers, where are they? Is the museum there on your airfield, or where is it?
Yeah, it's basically, there's a small grass strip, and we have a couple hangars. It's a flying museum, so most of the stuff in the collection actually flies. We don't want to just put it behind like a rope and let
Keep
it sit
it in
there.
the air.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a lot with the Jenny.
Okay.
That's how it was possible for me to solo it.
Now, you knew this. Now, we're actually watching right now for those viewers that see it, and you can actually see it on the monitor. I believe this is you and your solo flight.
Yeah.
Does that just give you chills when you see that, or?
It does. I remember, let's see, so up until, in Pennsylvania, the weather gets really bad in the winter.
Right.
And with the grass strip, we can't really fly a lot in the winter.
Okay.
Because it snows and we get snowed in.
Right.
But then it was about a month before my birthday. We're like, oh, I got to get current.
What month is your birthday? I have to ask. May. Okay. Good birthday.
So it was about a month before, it was time for me to solo. So we were like, okay, we got to get current in the Jenny now. So we went up and we flew a couple of times. We did some takeoffs and landings. And then it came time for the big day.
Okay.
And I don't know, it was kind of weird because like I've been anticipating it for so long. It's like weird to wake up one morning and be like, wow, I'm actually going to solo today. But I woke up that morning and it was IFR. So I was, yeah. So we did not know if it was actually going to happen.
So for those that are new, that might be listening, or those young pilots that might know, that means that's instrument only.
Yeah.
So you could not fly visually because the weather was so bad.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Yeah, so
Did your heart just sink?
Yeah, I woke up and I was like,
I would have.
like hopefully the weather will clear up.
Right.
So it was low, overcast, windy and rainy, and we just sat around all day at the airport waiting, and eventually the clouds rose and the rain stopped. The wind didn't die down a lot, like all the way, but it died down enough. And yeah, so then it was time.
And you did it.
I did do
it. The footage is spectacular. Now I have to ask, how did you get the footage?
Just a GoPro.
A GoPro. So you had to go. Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant of you. Now, you also, so then you did that, and we have other pictures of you that we're going to show our viewing audience. And so you soloed in the Ginny, and that 100-year-old aircraft. I mean, who gets to do that? How cool are you?
I was so fortunate to be able to do it.
That is
it was
awesome.
a great experience.
Was your dad just busting his buttons? He had to just be so proud.
Yeah, I think he was.
That is awesome. And then we've got another photo of you, and this is you by a Taylor E2 Cub.
Yes.
Okay.
So I got back after
Okay.
the Jenny flight. We taxied in, and I was just bursting with like enthusiasm, and I was so proud of myself for finally accomplishing that goal that I worked for so long.
Yes.
So I got back, and I took a little bit of time to like chill down and like relax and tell everyone how it went. And then it wasn't long after, it was like, okay, let's do it again. So I got back in the 1932 Taylor E2 Cub, another tail dragger.
That is awesome. Yeah. And this is a picture, we've actually got a picture there of you in the Taylor E2 Cub.
Yeah.
These are remarkable, and that's from your airfield. That's what we're looking at. Well, it looks like that weather did clear, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it did.
That is absolutely awesome. Now, you also have not only did you follow in your father's footsteps, and I can only imagine how proud he is, and I hope that he's watching, and I know that he's listening to this now. But you also told me as we were talking before that your dad has his air show, the Dougherty Airshow.
Yeah.
But they have a very special announcer. Turns out that his announcer is you.
Yeah.
Now, who gets to do that? Like, that's the coolest thing. Who gets to do that, and how did you get that job?
Yeah, so we've always loved aerobatics.
Right.
And he's been an airshow pilot.
You too.
Yes, I love aerobatics. Yeah,
You're remarkable.
He's also teaching me
Okay,
right now.
I love it.
So he's been flying air shows for a long, long time. But then
Okay.
a couple of years ago, it was how many years ago? Maybe 4 or 5. And then we wanted to get more serious into it. So he bought a Kristen Eagle.
Okay.
It was actually, he purchased it wrecked and then restored it.
Wow.
So we did that, and then we brought it
You
to...
helped.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, Dad, she helped.
Definitely. Yeah, so we brought that to the airshow circuit.
Okay.
And I would travel around with him as his crew chief, and a lot of people loved that. It was like a father-daughter activity.
Yes, yeah.
So we were like, how can we like bring the father-daughter aspect out of it? Like, how can we make that like more, like make it stand out more? So we thought, well, what if we had a father-daughter team where the daughter would announce, and well, dad's up flying aerobatics. So we were like, that would be amazing. So I tried it. I was terrified. I had no idea what to do. We started off, let's see, one season, I would just do this little introduction.
Okay.
It's like, he's been flying air shows, blah, 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 like talk about that. And then we did that for a year. And then the next year we thought, well, like we should really bring this out more. So I tried to narrate the whole routine.
Okay.
So we did that. It was my first show was at, what was it? McGuire Air Force Base is my first show. Like I was completely announcing for. So some shows I'll do like co-announcing with whoever like the lead announcer is for that show. And other shows I'll do myself. I'm kind of slowly trying to work up to doing it all myself. But
how did you now? How did you get over did you have any fear of that? I mean, here you've got hundreds or thousands of people. I mean, you're at Sun and thousands of people that, you know, when you do these air shows that are possibly listening, how did you get over the fear, and how did you, so when you narrate the routine, can you explain? Because a lot of us, we hear it, but do you talk to your dad during the routine? And I apologize for my ignorance. I'm just I think it's the coolest thing. But What happens up there? Does he talk to you, or do you know the routine? Do you have it written down? How does it? Can you tell us how it works?
So when we're not doing shows, like whenever we have practice flights, then I'll have a copy of his arrestee card, which is like a sequence of his aerobatic routine. And he also has it in the cockpit too. But what I'll do is I'll call out the maneuvers for him to make sure that like he's on the right spot, right spot in the routine. And then like critique him a little bit, like, oh, that was really good, or try making this vertical a little bit sharper, something like that. So we do that and kind of like coach him through it. And then it's a lot of fun because we can talk to each other back and forth on the radio. And then when it comes time for the actual shows, depending on the show, sometimes I'll still talk to him. Like I know for our home air shows, I like to like keep talking to him. And then also at the same time though, I'll do the announcing. So basically call out his maneuvers and then just explain a little bit about him, what he does, and our team.
Now, has he, let me ask you, so you said that your dad is training you.
Yes.
So when is it your turn?
I don't know. Hopefully in the near future.
In the near future. But it's something that you absolutely love. And you know, we need more women. We absolutely need more women in aviation. Now, I know that you and your dad and the Dougherty Airshows, you've got several things coming up this summer. What are the future plans? What do you have? What air shows? Because Caroline, I would love to come and listen to you, and I'll be down there just waving at you up in the announcer's tent because I think it's fabulous. What are the next shows that you've got planned where we could actually come see you and your dad?
So the show we're most excited for this year is the Pocono Raceway up in Pennsylvania.
Beautiful.
So the performers will actually be flying aerobatics over the racetrack. So that we're really looking forward to.
Have you done that before or no? This will be the first time?
This will be the first time.
That will be awesome.
And then, let's see, in June, I think it's the third weekend in June, we have, at our museum, we also host a couple of air shows and fly-ins. So that's always fun to perform for like the hometown crowd and just the locals.
Now, is there a website for it's in Bethel, Pennsylvania, which is beautiful. Pennsylvania is beautiful country. My grandmother grew up in York, Pennsylvania, so you know it easy. But is there a website or a place? Do you have a website for your museum or something that you could give to our viewers?
Well, the name of the museum is Golden Age Air Museum. So it's just goldenageair.org. goldenageair.org. I'm definitely going to check that out because that is absolutely awesome. And I want to ask you, because you, number one, you inspire me. Thank you.
Not only as a woman, but as a teacher and as a mom, you are such an extraordinary young lady. You are so professional, so well spoken. What advice would you give to young women that might be interested in aviation? What piece of advice would you give to them?
Definitely just find your goals. That's what I did. Like I set a dream and I didn't stop working until that was achieved. So set your goals and work hard at it. In this industry, there are so many opportunities. And really, I see it all the time, dreams come true. Like even on Facebook, you see, oh, I soloed today, or someone got their private today. And it's just so inspiring to watch.
That is awesome. And what are your future plans? Where do you see yourself, Caroline?
Well, let's see. Next year, I will be going to Embry-Riddle for aerospace engineering. And
awesome. Congratulations.
So either an engineering career or an airline career. But then I also...
Airline as an ATP?
Yes,
I love it.
And then definitely air shows and aerobatics and competitions. That's my big dream, is to do that. And let me ask you, why Embry-Riddle? I have to ask, was that your first choice or why? I just fell in love with it.
And so you've been there? You've seen the school, you love it. Well, we've had several individuals here at the Central Florida Aerospace Academy that have graduated, gone there, and have gone on to have just absolutely fabulous careers. Now, are you and your dad, if somebody wanted to come talk to you, I know that there's a lot of young women that are out in the audience that see you, and they've seen you now on TV. Are you going to be around Sun and Fun? Is there a place where they could, if they wanted to come meet you or even get your autograph, or have you sign an autograph or get a, the big thing is selfie and Instagram, all that. If they could do that, where can we find you on the grounds? Because this place is huge. Where can we find you?
So today is our last day here, but we'll be here all day until like the end of the night show. If you want, you can go to our Facebook page, which is Dougherty Airshows.
Dougherty Airshows,
So if you do that, send us a message. We can meet up somewhere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you're going to be here through the end of the day.
Yes.
So if they go to Dougherty Airshows on Facebook,
Yeah.
then they can just instant message you.
Yeah, and then actually what I started, I don't know if you've heard of Airshow 360. They
No.
they just do
Okay,
a lot
tell
of-
me what this is.
Okay, they
Like,
ju-
educate me,
Okay,
please.
they just do social media and promote like all the stuff that happens at air shows.
Okay.
And actually just yesterday I joined their reporting team. So if you want, you can actually go on Snapchat and type in airshow.360.
Okay.
And I'll be in charge of their Snapchat today. And
Really?
yeah, so documenting my journey around Sun and Fun, be interviewing some performers, and yeah.
Say it again. So it would say, what is it again?
Airshow.360
Airshow Doc 360
on Snapchat.
on Snapchat.
But then on Instagram and Facebook, it's just Airshow 360.
Airshow 360.
Yeah.
Well, I will have to do that
Yeah.
because I'm going to be here today and tomorrow. So I may just have to, if they give me a break, I might come out and see if I can find you
Okay.
and at least get a selfie
Yeah.
with you. I would love that. That would be awesome. And I tell you what, this is so remarkable. Just thank you for the footage and the B-roll that you sent. Thank you for being an inspiration to young women. And I do have to ask, is this your first time at Sun and Fun, or how often have you come?
This is my 4th year at Sun and
Your
Fun.
4th year.
Yeah.
What changes have you seen? I've got to ask you that, especially
Ooh.
from a young person's perspective.
I don't know. I think now, let's see, my first year, I would have been a freshman.
And I
in high
went off
school.
the script. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
no,
went
that's
off
okay.
the script, but
Yeah.
I'm interested.
My first year, I guess I was a freshman in high school when I came down. I thought it was cool, like getting out of school to go to an air show. But now I think I just have like a greater appreciation for it.
Okay.
And like the entire air show and everybody that's a part of it.
Okay. And are you seeing a difference in the technology? Does the technology intrigue you?
Yeah.
Okay. What changes have you seen even in just your short time, the 4
Yeah,
years?
there's definitely more just promotion on
Okay.
social media and every like media.
Okay. All right. Well, I tell you what, Caroline, you are absolutely a delight. Your family has got to be so proud of you. And I want you to know, from all of us here at the Florida Aviation Network, we are going to be following your career at Embry-Riddle. I will definitely catch you on social media.
Okay.
And I want to say thank you to you for taking the time to come spend your morning with us here at the Florida Aviation
Yeah, thank you
Network.
for inviting
You
me.
are just a doll, and I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad to meet you. And my name is Lori Bradner. I'm with the Florida Aviation Network. We are so thrilled to have you here. We're broadcasting live at the 45th anniversary of Sun and Fun from the Aerospace Center for Excellence at Lakeland Linder International Airport. Please come see us today. We've got a beautiful day here at the air show.